In a world often dominated by reductionist thinking, systems thinking offers a refreshing and powerful alternative. Instead of breaking down complex issues into isolated parts, systems thinking encourages us to zoom out and see the bigger picture. Imagine trying to understand a rainforest by studying a single tree. You might learn about its leaves, roots and bark, but you'd miss the intricate web of relationships connecting that tree to the entire ecosystem. Systems thinking provides the lens to perceive these interconnections, revealing the forest beyond individual trees. It's about understanding how different elements within a system interact and influence each other over time. By embracing this holistic perspective, we gain a deeper understanding of the underlying patterns, relationships, and feedback loops that drive behavior within complex systems. This approach moves beyond simplistic cause and effect explanations, recognizing that most real-world situations are far more nuanced. It acknowledges that solutions implemented in one part of a system can have unintended consequences elsewhere, often referred to as the butterfly effect. Systems thinking equips us with the tools to anticipate these ripple effects and make more informed decisions. Whether you're grappling with challenges in your personal life, navigating the complexities of the workplace, or seeking to create positive change in the world, systems thinking offers a valuable framework for understanding and addressing complex issues. Section 2. Beyond linear thinking, embracing complexity. Traditional problem-solving often relies on linear thinking, assuming a direct and predictable relationship between cause and effect. This method has been the cornerstone of many successful strategies in simpler contexts, where the variables are limited and the outcomes are relatively straightforward. We identify a problem, isolate the root cause, and implement a solution. This step-by-step approach is logical and methodical, making it easy to follow and execute. While this approach can be effective for simple, isolated issues, it often falls short when dealing with the messy realities of complex systems. Complex systems are characterized by numerous interconnected parts and variables that interact in unpredictable ways. Systems thinking challenges us to move beyond this linear mindset and embrace the inherent complexity of the world around us. It encourages us to see the bigger picture and understand how different elements within a system influence one another. It recognizes that systems are dynamic and adaptive, constantly evolving in response to internal and external pressures. This means that solutions must be flexible and adaptable, capable of evolving as the system changes. A change in one part of the system can ripple outward, triggering a cascade of effects that are difficult to predict using linear models. These ripple effects can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, making it crucial to consider the broader impact of any intervention. Consider the example of traffic congestion. This is a common issue in many urban areas, where the number of vehicles often exceeds the capacity of the road network. A linear approach might focus on widening roads to increase capacity. This seems like a straightforward solution, aimed at accommodating more vehicles and reducing congestion. However, this solution often leads to induced demand, where more people choose to drive, ultimately exacerbating the original problem. The increased road capacity can attract more traffic, leading to a cycle of congestion and road expansion. Systems thinking encourages us to consider the interplay of factors like public transportation options, urban planning, and individual commuting behaviors to develop more effective and sustainable solutions. By integrating these elements, we can create a more balanced and efficient transportation system. By acknowledging the interconnected nature of systems, we can begin to appreciate the limitations of linear thinking and embrace the power of a more holistic perspective. This approach allows us to see the relationships and dependencies that exist within a system, leading to more comprehensive and effective solutions. This shift in mindset allows us to move beyond simplistic solutions and develop more nuanced and effective strategies for addressing complex challenges. Embracing complexity doesn't mean abandoning structure. Rather, it means adopting a flexible and adaptive approach that can respond to the ever-changing dynamics of the systems we are trying to improve. Overwhelmed by the complexity of interconnected systems? Welcome to Priority Problem Solvers, At the heart of systems thinking lies the recognition that everything is interconnected. This concept is fundamental to understanding how different elements within a system interact and influence one another. No element within a system exists in isolation. Each part is linked to others through a web of relationships. These connections form a complex network where the behavior of one element can significantly impact others. These relationships can be direct or indirect, linear or non-linear, and they can amplify or dampen the effects of change within the system. For instance, a small change in one part of the system can lead to significant consequences elsewhere, illustrating the butterfly effect. Understanding these interconnections is crucial for comprehending how systems behave. It allows us to predict potential outcomes and devise strategies to manage or influence these systems effectively. By mapping out the relationships between different elements, we can begin to see the patterns of influence and feedback that shape the system's dynamics. Feedback loops, both positive and negative, play a critical role in maintaining the stability or driving the change within the system. This process often involves identifying key stakeholders, mapping out flows of information and resources, and analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of different connections. Understanding these aspects can help in optimizing the system for better performance and resilience. Consider the example of a company's supply chain. The supply chain is a perfect illustration of a complex system where various elements are interdependent. A disruption in one part of the chain, such as a natural disaster affecting a raw material supplier, can have cascading effects throughout the entire system. This can lead to delays, increased costs, and even a halt in production. By understanding these interdependencies, companies can develop more resilient supply chains, diversifying their suppliers and building in redundancies to mitigate the impact of potential disruptions. This proactive approach can help in maintaining continuity and reducing vulnerabilities. The same principle applies to social systems, ecosystems, and even our own personal lives. In social systems, relationships between individuals and groups can influence social dynamics and outcomes. By recognizing the interconnected nature of the systems we inhabit, we gain a deeper appreciation for the ripple effects of our actions and the importance of collaboration and systemic solutions. Working together, we can create more sustainable and effective solutions that benefit the entire system. If you found this insightful, subscribe to Priority Problem Solvers for more methodologies and strategies to tackle complex problems effectively. Join our community and stay ahead in mastering systems thinking.